If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Calaroga Shark Media.
Following today's installation mass, Pope Leo will maintain a busy schedule. On Tuesday, the Holy Father will journey to the Basilica of St. Paul outside the walls to visit St. Paul's tomb. Next Sunday, May 25th, marking the 6th Sunday of Easter, Pope Leo will conduct a Eucharistic celebration at the Archbasilica of St. John Lateran at 5 o'clock in the evening. This service will feature the Pope's formal installation on the Cathedra Romana, the episcopal seat of Rome's bishop. That same evening at 7 o'clock, the Pope will proceed to the Basilica of St. Mary Major to venerate the cherished icon of the Blessed Virgin Mary, Salus Populi Romani. This represents the Pope's second visit to the Marian Basilica. Last week, Pope Leo made an unscheduled stop at this Marian shrine while returning from an unexpected visit to an Augustinian-administered Marian sanctuary south of Rome. There he prayed before Mary, particularly this Marian icon, and at the tomb of the late Pope Francis. Finally, on Saturday, May 31st, the feast of the Visitation of the Blessed Virgin Mary, Pope Leo the 14th will celebrate Mass with priestly ordinations in St. Peter's Basilica at 10 o'clock in the morning. This is White Smoke. As Pope Leo begins his papacy, his past positions on social issues offer clues about what direction he might take the Catholic Church. Leo has consistently championed what Catholics call a culture of life. During his time at Villanova University, he actively participated in the pro-life club and attended marches against abortion. Even as bishop in Peru, he continued speaking out against abortion, euthanasia, and the death penalty. In 2022, he explained that being truly pro-life means opposing capital punishment because seeking blood for blood isn't the way to achieve justice. His views on gender ideology and homosexuality have shown some evolution over the years. As Bishop of Chiclayo, Peru, he strongly opposed gender ideology in schools, stating in 2016 that God created men and women and attempts to create other genders would harm families. Back in 2012, while leading the Augustinian religious order, he criticized Western media for promoting what he saw as anti-gospel beliefs, including homosexuality and same-sex families. However, after Francis appointed him cardinal in 2023, Leo's tone became noticeably softer. He acknowledged that Pope Francis doesn't want people excluded based on their lifestyle choices. While emphasizing that church doctrine remains unchanged, he said the church is trying to be more welcoming. When the Vatican recently allowed certain blessings for same-sex couples through a controversial document, Leo suggested that regional bishops should decide how to implement it based on their local cultural situations, noting that some African bishops felt it wouldn't work in their contexts. Leo appears to support many of Francis's key initiatives. He promoted the Synod on Synodality, which brings bishops, priests and laypeople together for church discussions. On immigration, he was quite vocal on social media, supporting migrants and criticizing Trump administration policies. He served on the board of Caritas Peru, which helps refugees, and the organization established a shelter for Venezuelan migrants in 2019. Regarding the environment, Leo has called for moving from words to actions, arguing that humans should have a relationship of reciprocity with nature rather than tyrannical dominion over it. Despite his support for migrants, Leo also acknowledged the challenges mass migration creates. Speaking in Chicago last year, he called the situation in the Italian town of Lampedusa a huge problem and noted it's an issue worldwide, not just in America. He emphasized finding ways to solve problems while treating people with respect. Several major questions remain about Leo's future direction. It's unclear how he'll handle the controversial issue of allowing divorced and remarried Catholics to receive communion, or how he'll approach Francis's restrictions on the traditional Latin Mass. Artificial intelligence has become a top priority for Pope Leo, surprising even Vatican experts who have been working on technology ethics for years. Father Paolo Benanti, a Franciscan friar who serves as the Vatican's leading advisor on AI ethics, was amazed by how quickly the new pope made this issue central to his papacy. Just 15 years ago, when Father Benanti wanted to study cyborgs and human enhancement at a Vatican university, his professors thought he was crazy. And now, it's the first topic of a pope, he said this week. Even before becoming pope, Leo was already thinking about artificial intelligence. Last September, while serving as a cardinal, he invited Father Benanti to speak with other Vatican department heads about dealing with digital technology and AI. The future pope, who has a mathematics degree, seemed particularly interested in the topic. Pope Leo chose his papal name partly in honor of Pope Leo the 13th, who tackled the challenges of the Industrial Revolution in the late 1800s. That earlier pope wrote about protecting workers from greedy employers who treated human beings as mere instruments for money-making. The Catholic Church has historically supported technological progress. Medieval monks invented labor-saving devices like water wheels, and the Church backed Catholic inventors who created things like the barometer. The Church and its 1.4 billion members can benefit from AI too. New apps let people chat with priest-like AI bots about religious questions. Bible Chat has become one of Apple's most downloaded apps, with users asking questions like, "Is getting tattoos a sin?" Services like Magisterium AI help priests choose mass readings and answer theological questions. However, Catholic leaders warn against over-relying on AI. One expert joked that if priests just print out AI-written sermons and read them, of course that sucks. Pope Leo's coat of arms combines Marian and Augustinian themes, reflecting his devotion to the Blessed Virgin Mary and inspiration from St. Augustine, according to the Holy See Press Office. Father Antonio Pompili, Vice President of the Italian Heraldic Genealogical Institute, provided the official explanation, emphasizing these distinctive spiritual elements. The papal coat of arms incorporates traditional symbols, including the crossed keys of St. Peter and the episcopal mitre. The shield's upper left features a silver lily against a light blue background. The lower right displays a red heart topped with a flame and pierced by an arrow, positioned above a red book against an ivory backdrop. The Pope's motto, "In illo uno unum," meaning "in the one we are one," appears at the bottom. This phrase references St. Augustine's sermon on Psalm 127, where he teaches that, although we Christians are many, in the one Christ we are one. Father Pompili explained that the blue section represents the heights of the heavens, with particular Marian significance, as the lily serves as a classic symbol of the Blessed Virgin Mary. The contrasting section features the flaming, arrow-pierced heart, the emblem of the Order of St. Augustine, where Pope Leo the 14th served 2 terms as prior general. This imagery symbolically recalls St. Augustine's words from the Confessions, "Sagittaverus tu cor meum charitate tua," meaning, "You pierced my heart with your love," as Father Pompili noted. Since the 16th century, this symbol has appeared in Augustinian heraldry. The open book represents the Word of God that transforms every human heart, as it did Augustine's. Father Pompili added that the book also commemorates the enlightened works that the Doctor of Grace bestowed upon the Church and humanity. The ivory colour, rendered as white in the papal arms, appears frequently in religious orders' heraldry as a symbol of holiness and purity.
There's always something brewing behind palace walls, whether it's Prince Harry and Meghan Markle making headlines from afar, or Prince William and Princess Catherine quietly preparing for the future throne. I'm Mark Francis, and on Palace Intrigue, we cover every twist, turn, whisper, and wink. From royal drama to daily gossip, follow Palace Intrigue wherever you get your podcasts.